All right, guys. This is a look at progress and leather and knife cleaning and hoarding. The shop is a mess right now, but this is my creative space. These are some of the things that I like and enjoy. I just want you all to see that SJ Relics has a mess too. There's a plane, got some beetles, road signs, props. Y'all know I like my antique and vintage stuff. That's something that Radio Geek, Chris from Radio Geek and I were talking about the other day. Here's some skateboards. These are cheapies. And that's one that I actually rode, Tony Hawk. My friend found that one under a house. An OG Tommy Guerrero, 1980s. Probably the last board right there that I rode good before I messed up my ankle and my shoulder. My dad worked at a sawmill for many years. That orange is to protect my head. Every time I go out of this door, I tend to take a little skin off the top. There's that little good luck horseshoe I found. Of course, I don't believe in that. I believe in the Lord, but somebody said the other day that's how I win pocket knives on some of these giveaways. I'm just kidding though. Anyway, this is my world. This is my junk. There's a Dietz I just got. I love lanterns and old fans, and there's old Macad, 1940s Macad. First street I lived on. This is these are knife handle blanks. I'll a few of these now. Sorry for the noise here. We'll let you see some of these. That is mahogany, I do believe. This one's a really cool wood. This is black wood. Of course, it's got that spalting there. I know this is shaky, guys. I just want to kind of show you around my shop a little bit. This one's interesting. This is actually a buffalo horn. I didn't realize that till one day when I started cutting on it, and sudden that bone smell hit me in the face. I took a $7 Winchester for a friend of mine. I thought this was a piece of ebony, and it was missing the scales, and he wanted some ebony scales. And when I cut through this thing, I smelled the bone, and I thought, well, we're committed now. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But anyway, it turned out beautiful, and I got some of this. I got all this wood, these blanks from my dad. Of course, he makes knives. I showed one of those in a short this week. Here is a new slip that I'm working on. It's not complete yet, but it's getting there. It's a different leather. See if I can show that. This one still needs a coat of, it needs some buffing out there, but just playing around with some different ideas. Anyway, there's the Knife Dock Special. Man, I love that thing. But I just wanted to show you all a view of the shed and kind of show my humble abode. Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Coca-Cola. Got my feathers on the wall here. JC Mountain a jar. And of course, Clint Eastwood. Very cool. Sometimes when you're cooking a good meal, you gotta dirty all the pots and pans in the kitchen before you can create something good. That's a little like my shed. I just kind of throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. But y'all never mind the baby heads up there. Those were some that a customer of mine had given me. Anyway, they know I like odd things. I've got kids, and they brought some dolls, and that was just a baby doll that fell apart. But anyway, this right here is just some test runs on some slips I'm doing. I just showed this one earlier, of course, a different type of leather. This one will wrinkle. You can see the wrinkles in it. Get that rawhide look. This one's been around a bit. It's a little thicker than I like. It's probably 9-ounce leather. It takes a little more break-in time. Somebody might like that. This is one I was trying to recreate the defect that happens on tanned leather during the tanning process, where they put the hooks in it to stretch that skin out. There is a little fold or stretch mark that sometimes occurs, which I've been embracing in some of my recent designs. This one's of course too thin. Show you this. It's too thin. I'm not going to send this out to anybody. I was just trying to see if I could recreate that look by folding the leather back and tapping it with the hammer. I do like this design though. This was actually an imperfection in the leather, and I just went with it. That little swoop there. I try to do that as often as possible, kind of things that naturally occur. Again, this is something in the beginning phases. This is a factory second. It's got a little it's got something in the stitching that I don't like. So it's just been floating around the shed. This is Crazy Horse leather. It will relic and scratch over time. My wife has a purse made out of this leather, and it gives a kind of patinaed look. This Indian is embossed, for anybody who's wondering. I do stamp the Indian in there, and then I emboss it. I'm not going to completely give all my secrets away, but I emboss it in there, and I coat it over. And even if you got this wet, this Indian would not come off. It's just kind of part of the leather, kind of like tattooing into the leather. But anyway, just kind of one of those things. Again, this one will relic and age. This is a factory second. I'm not going to sell that one because it's got some things in the stitching that I don't like. I finally got big boy stickers. I was tired of everybody showing my channel sticker and me having that little 2-inch sticker. So I got 3-inch stickers to not compete, but just be equal to everybody else on the buddy walls whenever my sticker gets slapped up there. So those came in this week. Food for thought. One of my clients brought me in this book on early blues. This is an interesting knife. Kinfolks. I did a short on this knife this week. I think it's 1923 to 1948, which was actually the year my mom was born. You can see the tang stamp there. Kinfolks. This knife was in sad shape. I got it for 20 bucks at a pawn shop. Of course, I cleaned it. I had to really clean and condition those handles. And then I went back with a little leather dye and a Q-tip and re-dyed these handles, and then buffed it all out, and it's in this beautiful condition. I'm not sure like what era of Kinfolks this was made. They made a lot of knives for the military. This is like a bird and trout, so you can see by my hand, this is not a real big knife at all. Small knife. That's what I like about it. It was very, very delicate. very petite. Anybody who knows anything more about these, put it down in the comments. This sheath is what really caught my eye when I got these knives. Of course, this is factory done. There's a press, a leather press with a design that usually goes over it that presses that into the leather. When it's on a scale like that, there's not someone sitting there tooling all these flowers in there. Look at the welt on that sheath. I thought this was a beautiful sheath. It did have a price back there. It said like $6.25. You can see it in the leather. See it's where they pressed really hard. I will say, just on a side note, if you ever get leather and it has where somebody wrote in Sharpie or pen or whatever, if you take lighter fluid, I'm talking about Zippo lighter fluid, and you put it on a cloth and wipe it down, it will generally take that out. You can do it several times. It doesn't hurt the leather. I've done it on vintage guitars with nitrocellulose finish, where some kid will scribble on a guitar or something like that, and you'll think, oh, how am I going to get that off? Zippo lighter fluid will take it off. It will remove most of it. Again, you can see where that was pressed in there, but it was bold in there. And of course, this sheath it's old. It's old. It's been around for a long time. But anyway, just showing you some. This is my idea board and kind of what I've been working on, and you know, just always something going on here. And I just like to think out loud and hopefully make something happen that people will enjoy seeing and watching. But anyway, this is a little bit of an informal video. I just want to show y'all my shop and just kind of what I've been up to, and you know, give you a little behind the scenes look of just my creative process, and you know, just some of the things I'm into. You never kind of know what inspires somebody or what's going on in somebody's head. But hope you're having a great Sunday. And again, I just wanted to share this kind of ramble of kind of what's going on. And I'm actually working on several projects, behind the scenes stuff. I'm doing right now as far as preliminary, getting it together. But we'll be putting that out soon, and hopefully I'll be getting some more knife repair videos and that side of things. I've really kind of been hyper focused on the leather. It's looking like it's going to be that way for a little bit, but I actually want to put some tutorial videos out on, you know, actually what my process is for leather working, and just kind of my style. There's a lot of ways of doing it. There's, in a lot of cases, like many things, there's no right or wrong way, you know, one way to do things. It's just, I've just got my way of doing it. And again, of course, I'm taking and processing what others are doing and learning from them, you know, all the time. So anyway, have a great Sunday. And again, this is Stephen Jeffrey of SJ Relics. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a blessed day.